all that happened, what I was saying is that when they came, like a couple months, they came to us back in May about the whole
Mhm.
thing or whatever. But what's so crazy is that back in March, I had asked my supervisor about layoffs.
Mhm.
And the only reason why I asked her about the layoffs was because I was on Twitter one day and I seen where the big companies were
Was
letting their
laying
folks
people
go,
off.
was laying
Yes.
folks off, like Google, fucking
Everybody.
Indeed, the place where you go to find a
Amazon.
job, Amazon,
Right.
like, and I'm
Everybody.
just like, okay, so it gave me thought in my head, like,
Let me go
I
ahead
don't
and be
know where this thought
proactive.
would have came from, but I'm just
Mhm.
like, okay, boom. So I asked, I was like, well, shit, do you think, Verizon is gonna, well, I shouldn't say their name, but anyway,
Oops.
if they think that, do you think like they're gonna do like a layoff? And she was like, no, y'all are front line. They need y'all, blah, blah, blah. If anything, they'll let
Girl.
the back people go. I guess she only
No.
said that to encourage me. I learned who she was anyway. But
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, so that, I was just like, okay, boom. It had to come to my mind for a reason for it to come back in May
Exactly.
to let us know, like, oh, we doing a big layoff, and then like they gave us the opportunity to either go or stay. And I went back and forth 3 times on my decision. And my final decision was I gotta go. When that customer called me a bitch, I was just like, oh no.
Honey. And that
Let's
was their favorite
go.
motherfucking word was you stupid bitch, you dumb bitch. Like I just working there made me have such a different respect for people behind the phones
Yeah.
because you really don't know what these people are going through, what they had to deal with on a previous call, anything like that.
Mhm.
Unless they get snappy
Mhm.
with me, I try to be as calm and cordial as possible because I've been there, I've done that, and it ain't, baby, it's not. Mm-mm.
Yep. 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 And I was just like, oh, like, okay. So I was just like, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna step out on faith. Like it was already confirmed, like it was something
Yeah,
for me to do. So I was just like, I'm getting ready to just jump out here on faith. And I've been out for 5 months now. And I definitely love it. I love the freedom. I love all of it. All of it that comes
yeah,
behind it. The grind that comes behind it. The
yes,
goals you gotta set for yourself. Like
yes.
I just like making money for me and not sitting up here and being cheated because
When I
that's how I
tell
felt
you,
like because it wasn't
yes,
enough. Like
no.
even like I'm just like y'all need to disconnect this line. Like this man just went straight ham on me. Even when I was called the N word, wasn't
Oh,
nothing
honey,
done.
you didn't hear about that customer I had that had called headquarters and told them that they was gonna kill me, and they sent a letter to headquarters about me. We had to terminate like his account. Yeah. He was calling back to back asking for me directly. Yes. And it was due to the fact that they would not cancel a line because they have all them little terms and conditions that they do not be reading. And he figured out that he was paying for something that he thought he wasn't. And I told him that he was under contract. There's nothing we could do. I had asked to see if we can get a contract removal, like update or whatever. They wouldn't do it. I forwarded him the CRT, out everything, and he got back to me. Don't know how he got back to me. When he got back to me, he was like, "I'm gonna kill you. I swear to God, I know what costing you in and all this other stuff." Like, man, I no. When they told me that he sent a letter, I was like, "Oh, okay. It ain't safe. It's not safe. We work in a whole center, and it's still not. Mm-mm. But
Yeah.
working for yourself, like I stepped down on faith and left Greenville, and it has been hard because, of course, my clientele is based at home, so
Mhm.
it's hard to try to rebuild here when you don't know nobody and people not gonna like just trust you off bat because they're gonna look for the people
Mhm.
that's already been here. It has been hard as fuck, but I'm just thankful like that I still got my loyal clients at home and I come home and doing hair has given me a freedom and a joy like no other job has because
I'm
when your
I'm
client get up
telling
out that
you.
chair, Like it's just something about the fact that you give somebody their confidence back. You make them feel good. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, our chairs are like we basically therapists. I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
That is. I know that it's hard right now, but I know eventually everything gonna shake how it's supposed to. But
I'ma
it's
say this.
I love it.
I love it too. Like I said, if anybody that's actually doing that, it's more of like you really can't look back because God
No,
placed you on that path for a
for a
reason.
reason.
And my thing is also is like I feel like with you moving to another state,
Mhm.
I moved to another city. And when
Right.
I started out doing hair, when I started out basically doing hair and I was in the shop, I was in the shop up here in the city where I stay at. Didn't know anybody, just getting a little bit of clientele here and there from when I'm posting on social media, but ain't nobody gonna drive way up here.
No.
But when I was forced to move my location, which I feel like that's something that God had in the
And
midst.
for you, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, okay, so I'm in Greenville now. So
Mhm.
like my clientele is really good because
Booming.
I'm in Greenville. So
Mhm.
people are quicker to come to me where I'm at now quicker than they were able
To
was gonna
drive
to
exactly.
drive. So
Yeah.
I definitely understand where you're coming from in that area in regards with you working on yourself and actually trying to build your clientele and get yourself out
Mhm.
there. What I would recommend for you to do, I don't know if you've done it, like make flyers and put them in hair
I do.
stores.
That's what me and my best friend have been working on. I was thinking about just taking my business cards and sticking them in different, places and
Mhm.
but where I am, it's not it's not much around. You know what I'm saying? Like at home, it's
Okay.
different. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I have
Okay.
more avenues to put stuff. Like we have more grocery stores than anything around us.
Okay.
So I'm really, trying to think about what I'm gonna do. I done linked up with an old friend that done moved to North Carolina herself. So we trying to get that together. And of course, I still come home and do hair hill. I got clients that drive up to me, and I have had clients that drive up to me. So I'm still trying to push. It's just sometimes it get discouraging.
It
It
does.
get
It
discouraging. It
does.
really
Like
does.
when my slow weeks come, I just be like, God, I'm trusting you.
I'm telling
That's
you, I'm
that's
holding
that.
on. I'm holding on now. I hope you see me over here dangling because I'm dangling.
I'm telling you, but I'm just like I know, like I always remind myself as telling myself like he wouldn't have brought me this far if he gonna be like, Glow, I'm done with you. So that's how I keep myself motivated and pushing by
Yeah,
reminding myself as to
I'm here for a
I'm
reason.
exactly, and I know that
Yes.
you're not just gonna be like, okay, I'm dropping you off, like
You figure it out.
you
Yeah.
figure it
And
out,
that's
yeah.
where I've been. I've been trying to dig myself out of that mindset because I sit here and I be like, damn, like I done uprooted my whole life, like, and I just left. I needed to because I needed to get away from Greenville, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I'm starting completely fucking fresh over. Like I don't know
Mhm.
nobody, don't nobody know me. And like I joined little groups on Facebook and posting my work in there and stuff like that. But it's still like one girl had wrote me and she was like, I want to come get my hair done. She said, but I just don't trust it because the last time I tried somebody new to the city, they messed me up. And I was like, I get that. I can't be mad at you. I can't be mad at
But
you. But at the
that
same
should have been something
time,
she should have kept to herself,
oh
though.
baby, you will be surprised with something. Well, I know you not surprised, but sometimes some of the shit that people
I
will say is it's a
know,
little out there.
girl, trust me, I
Cause they will
know,
tell
I
me some
know.
stuff and I'll be like,
But for her to even just tell you, like, yeah, the last person fucked my hair up, so I don't trust you. I just see that
right.
you do hair. Like, no,
And the only thing
like,
only
what?
thing I could say, Glow, was, oh, okay. Because I didn't know what else to say. Like, I don't want to be unprofessional, but you telling me you want to book and then you don't want
Yeah,
to. So what are you
yeah.
expecting me to say to you? Honey, I just be leaving it up to God. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm here.
Hold on. Yeah, that's basically how I feel. I just feel like that I'm here, and just to have like I don't have to just I don't know. It's more to me of the freedom that God has allowed for me to
Yes.
have. It's the like just being in bondage for so long. Like
Yes.
not even with that particular job, but with
But
all your
other ones,
jobs.
yeah.
All of them like
Yes. I've been stuck in that rotation of call center since I was 21. So going from call center to call center to call center, it was I know people really just think that we sit and we talk on the
yeah.
phone, and that's
Mhm.
really it's so much deeper than that. You have to sit and take harassment, hollering, then you got to deal with numbers, metrics, surveys. It's a lot. It can be in my opinion it's traumatizing, to
It
be honest.
is. It
It's
is.
traumatizing.
Because once you get listen, I'm gonna tell you this. A homegirl got mad at me because she was like, I thought you were going to stay. And I'm like, no, I'm not staying.
I'm
And
not doing
I'm not doing that. And she was like, oh, so she felt her way trying to feel some type of way. But this is I am the same homegirl that you know, shit, you need to start doing this, you need to start doing that.
I'm trying to help you
You need to do
elevate.
yeah, I'm trying. I am the same
Yes.
homegirl that's trying to help you get into the same type of mind frame. You already know how I am, Janika. You
Yeah,
are
I already know.
so it was more of like like I was really talking to a brick wall and I was just like, you
Yeah.
know what? I can you know, God, it says in the Bible, like real talk. I've been reading the Bible lately, but it definitely says that you can't take everybody with you.
It's a part of that shedding season, honey. That's
Yeah,
what it is,
and
and that's
then
exactly what I call it, the shed.
exactly, and when I caught this particular same person talking about me to to a supervisor, it also made me feel some type of way too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that off, but
Uh-huh.
it made me feel some type of way. I was just like, oh. But it was just like I was just only showing me, and then with me just really just being out on like just being away from that and not having
Yes.
that bondage is just like whoo, like it's like a
It's a
whoo.
breath. Like you really get to breathe. Like
Mhm.
working at that place, even though it gave us a lot, because I know I learned a lot from the people in there and from the company in general of what not to do actually.
Right.
But we all used to literally feel like we was going to jail every day. Like we literally be in there. I remember mornings people would be in the bathroom crying because we would be so stressed out. I remember when that call level would not drop under 1,000 calls. Like we struggled in there. We struggled hard, and I'm just glad that
And
we
look,
escaped.
I'm telling you, boy, you don't even understand. Like it's just I mean, you do understand, but
Yeah,
it's a relief, and I'm
it's a
just so
major relief.
yes, and I just want to say that I am so happy, so blessed, so thankful, so grateful to be able
Hmm.
to actually take that step and actually step out on my own and
And
to
do it
be
what make you
and do it.
happy.
What really makes I was just like, God, you found I say, but he's funny though because he had a way of showing me back to where I've been doing hair majority all my life, doing braids,
Hmm.
all that. So it was just like, okay, it was just like I can't you're not gonna keep running from me, Glow. It's a wrap. You're
I
not gonna
swear, Glo,
keep
I swear to God, because when I had started at that job, I had stopped doing hair. I said I wasn't gonna do hair no more. I stopped, but then I would be doing my hair. Then different people would ask me, "Oh, will you braid my hair? Oh, will you do this? Oh, will you do that?" Well, I don't really do it, but I do it. And it was like every time I turned around, it brought me right back to, okay, you got to do hair. So I feel you on it because it
yeah,
was like a pull. It was nothing I could do about it. He
because
was
when
gonna keep sending people.
my best friend, she does hair. She's a licensed cosmetologist. And it was, you need to go do this and you need to do that. And I was just like,
On
okay.
you.
So yeah,
On
she
you.
was.
Yeah.
So when I did what I did and I took and I, you know what I'm saying, started doing it, and I was just like, but the timing is perfect though, because I can
Yeah.
remember I had tried to go full time with doing hair, but it didn't work out. But this time around, it worked out perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
glad.
It wasn't my timing. But
No.
we are going to go ahead
And
and
get
get,
on this topic.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And okay, so boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to wait to have a starting point. Okay, boom. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to introduce myself.
Hmm.
Once I introduce myself, you're going to introduce yourself. I'm going
Hmm.
to let them know exactly what the conversation is going to be about, and then we're going to take it from there.
Okay.
All right. So, shoot, I'm not even ready. Crazy. Okay. Okay. So you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you so much for tuning in to Conversations with Glo radio show, sponsored by Conversations with Glo podcast. And again, that Conversations is with a K and not with the C. Okay, y'all? So if you want to know where you can basically find me at, where it's just not topics, it is definitely a conversation. Please head over to my website, which is convowithglo.com, and go ahead and sign up for the emailing list so you can get more information about me, your girl Glo, and also the future guests that I will also have on the show as well. So again, head on over to convowithglo.com, get signed up for the emailing list, and let me know what you think about the show as well too. Y'all know that we could communicate on there. So once you do go onto the website, you just click on that menu and go to Glo Convo, and we can definitely have a conversation with each other. If there's any topics or anything that's on your mind, please let me know. Okay? Okay. Well, all right. Enough about me. I'm going to go ahead and allow for my guest to introduce herself. And y'all already know what we're going to do. Get into the conversation.
All right, you guys. Hi, I'm Janika. I don't know what else to say, but I'm Janika. I don't know.
That is Janika. Janika is a loctician. She stays in North Carolina. So by the end of this show, if you are in the NC area and you are in her area, you're definitely going to have some information to actually catch up on. All right.
Yes,
All right.
definitely. Yes.
So let's go ahead and get into this conversation. Let's talk about physical attraction.
Mm.
And the reason why I want to basically talk about physical attraction is because I've seen this on, y'all know where my favorite place is at. I've seen this on Twitter.
Twitter, of course. You know how many people really don't have a Twitter Glow, and I'll be like, y'all don't have a Twitter?
Yeah,
Cause
it's
baby, it goes
I
down on the X.
right, right, right. I don't even call it that. It's Twitter,
His Twitter, the little
as you
bird.
heard, my little bird. But but the converse what I seen was it says, is it possible to have a relationship with somebody who have no physical attraction to?
Ah,
Or is it that something you can grow into? This is my response. My response was, I guess it just depends on the type of person that you
yeah,
are.
it does.
Not who that person is, but who you are. What you think?
I actually feel the same. That's kind of along the lines of what I was gonna say because physical attraction is something that can be built. It
Mm-hmm.
is something that can be built. A lot of people don't necessarily fall in love with you before your physical looks. Sometimes it's your heart. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, and I'm, I can't say I'm guilty of that, but that's kind of sort of me. Like, I've had some questionable, you know, stuff go on, but that was a good ass person. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it may not to you, it may not look good, but you don't know what I'm getting from that person. You don't know if that person is pouring into me. Like, you don't know. Yeah. So
Now,
I
you
think
know
so.
what? So does it matter to you? So does the physical attraction matters to you though?
I don't see. That's the
It, it,
thing.
it's something that you have to find
Yeah, you
inside
gotta
that,
find it because
even if it's
everybody is different.
everybody's physical attraction is different.
Right.
Me personally, like if you a big dude, not like a huge dude, but like
You
a
know.
big dude, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. If he got some cute eyes, some cute teeth, like it's those small things. And I done heard many things about many people that I've
Ooh,
talked.
baby, baby. Okay. Okay. Because that's how it is with me.
So
Like, physical attraction could be so many different things with me. It could be like how your arms look. I don't know what's wrong with me,
yes.
but I have this thing with girls where if you got that athletic build, you got that. Ooh,
Yeah.
girl, you got to have a nice smile. That's something. That's like a non-negotiable. I can't. That's a physical attraction. Um, but yeah, like I get that. Like certain builds on certain people just look different.
Hmm.
You could see somebody that look the same as somebody else, but I don't know. It's just something about that person that is gonna look different because it's that person.
So let's say if you don't have any physical attraction with the person, are you able to possibly find a way to move on in a relationship with that person? Because let's say, like for instance, for me, like it really it
The
don't
way you
even
close
be
them eyes.
because it's just I'm sitting over here and I'm thinking like I got it's I'm gonna tell you. At first, I had found myself being there, like
Mm-hmm.
not having like a physical attraction to this
Right.
person, but I'm talking to him
To
because
this
the
person.
personality
Yes.
is, he's a dope person. Like, and then gradually, I started liking something about him physically. Not as
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, oh shit, okay, so he really ain't that bad. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just, I guess like after a while, like you have done talk to a person, getting to know that person. Me personally,
They
I
grow
feel
on
like
you.
they do grow on you.
Yeah, they
They
grow on
do,
you. That
and
and
I
I've
could.
been in a relationship like that. Actually, it was a pretty damn long term relationship. I yeah, I'm just saying long term. I ain't gonna say nothing else. But yeah. At first, like when I first seen this, when I first seen her, I was like, yeah, this is probably gonna be a no. I'll be your friend though. And we was just really cool. The conversations never was dry. It was we had, and then when we did hang together, we had fun together. At first I could not see her outside of a friend zone. It was just something that she had did that made me look at her like,
Oh.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I might have to, maybe we can talk about it, maybe we can, see how that work out. I ended up with that girl for 5 years, and I didn't even like her.
Oh,
Didn't even like her. Did not like her at all.
you talking about at first, right?
At
You didn't
first,
like.
I did not like
Okay,
her. Like
okay,
I looked at her as a friend. Like we chit chatted. She was having, she would have like little issues. I would have little, how we had rough
yeah,
days. We
uh
would just
huh,
always confide in each other. But
uh
I
huh.
feel like us confiding in each other, getting comfortable, then we started hanging out. It just started to, she
Hmm.
ain't that bad, she
Yeah,
not that bad at all. And it just, one thing led to a lot of other things.
that that. And yeah, because I definitely understand exactly where you're coming
Yeah.
from, because that's what actually happened to me. Like it was, like the conversation was a good conversation, and it was just like,
Hmm.
okay, so he did something, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay,
Right.
now I see you now. But it was just like the more and more that I got to know who he was as a person, it was just like, oh, okay, so
It
I'm
makes
really
you see
feeling him
them
for real,
yeah, it makes you see them on the inside. And
right?
it's like that physical kind of fades away because you kind of looking at this person in a different perspective. Like I looked at her in at different levels. Like this is my friend, this is my partner in crime. I could cry to her. Like if we gotta go hustle, we can do this together. Like I looked at her as like a equal in a sense, and it
Mm-hmm.
just started. It just I don't know the one little move she made it got me because I didn't expect it. She knew that I did not want anything with her, but I also knew that she was interested in me. So when she made her move, it was real slick, and I still to this day I got to give it that because I was not gonna do it, but she got me, and when she got me, I was like, you know, you just became so cute to me. I don't know what it is. Like I just and was nothing like my type at all. Like outside of my zone. Like
Like nothing that you just never thought that you would
little
look at.
little scrawny thing, honey. I can't do nothing with that. Girl, I need some muscle mass, you know? Like I need a little something. It was just a little thing.
You know what though? I
Mm-mm-mm.
think that people really do that, looks more at the physical attraction more than what, the personality and things as such. I also feel as if people miss out. People really miss
Yes,
out who a person is for real by just
yes.
only just going off the physical attraction.
Honey, because I'm telling you, if you ain't
And
got no
it's
big
so,
ass and no little waist, honey, a lot of people gonna pass
yeah.
you the fuck by. And I used to hate that. Like, it used to make me feel so bad about being a bigger girl because I knew for a fact people weren't really checking for me. They gonna check for my homegirls though, because all my
Yeah.
homegirls is slim thick with their cute ass. But me, on the other hand, I'm just fluffy and they just
Mhm.
don't like fluffiness. But I mean, you know, it's
Mhm.
the epidemic of everybody liking big girls now all of a sudden. So that shit pisses me off. Like y'all ain't like us before, but now you want everybody to have a macaroni
Now,
elbow. I don't understand. I don't get it. Where was y'all at
not
years
a
ago?
macaroni
You
elbow.
know the
Goodness, I
macaroni
don't know what
elbow.
you mean.
The collard green elbow. Everybody want that now. That is a hot
that
commodity. Want a fupa and all. Shout out
that's
Fupa Gang. But yeah, no,
it's the truth though,
it's
because
so
I
true.
feel like you. It's just, and also I feel like colorist is still a thing
Yes,
too, because my thing, I can remember like being in middle school or high school or
yes,
whatever.
ma'am.
It was in between there, and I got a cousin. She's mixed. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it was just more of, like we w- if we out together, I already
They
know.
gonna shoot
You know
for
what I'm
her.
saying? It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
they gonna shoot for her. My
and
best friend was
though.
light skinned. Same thing.
And though, like, that was when we were young, but it's still going on today.
Today.
Because,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I want this red girl. She got a thick ass, boom, 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 and it's just like females like us. Not saying anything is wrong with us, but we already know what the deal is. But we
Yeah.
already know that we are some dope ass people, and we
Yeah,
attract
we are.
dope ass people. So it's just like, when it comes to attracting dope ass people, it's not, I feel like now it's not going to be too much of a physical attraction with us.
No.
We looking more for your
Your soul.
personality and
Yeah.
and who you are as a person.
Yes. Because if your soul is tainted, baby, I don't want it. I don't care
Yeah,
how fine you is. You can be fine over there with you and your demons. Cause I
yeah,
am not fighting it no more. I am not. begging, pleading with somebody that, a lot of people, they get real airheady. I don't like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I stay over here in the non wanted pile. I'll be just fine over here because no. I be seeing, you see stuff, especially with like social media. It's like the stigma that they put on relationships and what you're supposed to expect and what you're supposed to give and get, and that
Mhm.
physical attraction is always at the top. Like it's
Mhm.
drilled into you that you got to look like this, you got to look like that, and I hate it because I know it's so many women out there that feel real bad. You know what I'm saying about themselves,
Mhm.
and that's me included. Even
Mhm.
I tell my girlfriend that all the time. Like I just don't feel like I look the best or anything like that. But then it's up to your partner, if that is the case, to pour back into you and be like, no, you're great, you're wonderful. Like I don't know, like
Yeah.
relationships have taken such a different turn
Mhm.
with social media that it's you gotta expect the unexpected, honey, because these people out here is fooling.
Yep. Yep.
These
Yep.
folks out
Yep.
here is
Yep.
fooling. Like,
And yep. And that's just basically what it is. Like we already know. But I just feel like, whatever physically attracts you to someone, that you got to understand that's you as a person.
right.
Everyone is not going to be attracted to the same thing that you're
No,
attracted to on a person. Even
exactly.
when this person might have some ugly ass feet, but to you, you think they feet pretty as hell. And I'm just like, yep, feet. Like, yeah.
Girl, feet are
So,
gross. Ugh.
yeah, feet are gross. I can't stand them.
Can't
So,
stand them. Girl, get them away from me. I only deal with mine.
yes,
No.
that's me, Janika. I do not do feet. I don't do
Mm-mm.
feet. Like, no, ma'am.
No, you
But
keep them over there, baby.
for real, for real. So I'm just more of like I'm just happy to be in a space to actually just know, because I used to be the one that used to be like, oh no, if he ain't light skinned and don't look like this and then the third, I don't want
We
him.
all had
Like,
certain credentials that we wanted at one time.
yeah.
And when I think back to where, like, when I think back to my old credentials, I just be like, that headspace was so cloudy because you weren't
Mhm.
really thinking like the shit that I was wanting. You wanted a whore. That's basically what I wanted, a
Yeah.
whore, because that's what they are. Like I did not really think about what I needed as a person, and
Mhm.
I feel like physical attraction, when it comes to what you need, sometimes that's not even top on the list.
Mhm.
I need you to have other attributes about yourself besides what you look like, because you
Yeah.
can look good all day and be trash.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it just shows the evolution of yourself. You started understanding what you needed, what your love languages was, and stuff like that. Physical sometimes don't even fucking matter. Like I'm, sometimes the distortions they'll treat you pretty nice.
Yeah.
They'll do you right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay. Okay. This was a really, really good conversation, Janika.
Yes, I have to do this
Okay.
again, honey.
Yes, ma'am. We can definitely chop it up again. I don't mind doing that. But before we do head out though, if you could please let the folks know where they can find you at.
Yes, ma'am. My pages are Touched by Sugar Bush on Facebook and Instagram, and I do believe my TikTok is Nika3133. I do believe. Don't quote me. I would definitely have a link for it or something to provide to Glow, because I didn't have that wrote down. So charge my mind, not my heart.
It's all good. We are definitely not getting ready to charge your heart, but we might just take it to your head a little bit.
Just a little
But
bit, just a little something.
but y'all, I do want to thank y'all out there for tuning in to Conversations with Glo radio show. It has definitely been a pleasure. And if you have anything that you want to say or get at me at, make sure that you do go to convowithglo.com and let me know what you may want to listen to or talk about with me. Okay? Okay. In the meantime, between time, y'all already know where y'all can catch me at. Peace out.
Bye.